Let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're taking a really focused look at a profound piece of text that fundamentally shifts how we define true strength. We spend so much of our lives looking outward, right? We measure our success, our power, and our resilience by how well we handle the world around us. But the source material we're diving into today completely flips that concept on its head. It argues that true strength actually isn't about the world outside at all. It's about the universe inside. It is better to conquer yourself than to win 1,000 battles. Just let that sit for a second. When we think of winning 1,000 battles, we usually picture really loud imagery. We imagine the clash of forces, the roar of victory, the tangible, highly visible proof of dominance over some external obstacle. It's loud, it's public, and honestly, it's exhausting. Think about the modern equivalent of this. It's that endless grind to outpace competitors, the constant need to prove your worth in every single room you walk into, the relentless drive to bend every external circumstance to your favor. Well, our text contrasts that monumental, tiring external effort with the quiet, deeply intimate act of conquering oneself. It makes the bold claim that this silent internal victory is actually the far superior and, frankly, much more difficult achievement.
Section 1. The illusion of victory, the external goal. Section 2. Redefining true strength, a paradigm shift.
So why do we traditionally view external conquest as the ultimate goal in the first place? Well, from a very young age, we are conditioned to believe that strength is something you impose on the world. You know the drill. You win the game, you get the promotion, you completely defeat the competitor. But what if that external victory is just a mirage? What if winning out there means absolutely nothing if you are literally crumbling in here? We have to separate that outward illusion from the inward reality. We are constantly taught that power is commanding others, telling people what to do, forcing the environment to align with your will. But the text explicitly states that true strength requires completely erasing our preconceived notions of what a powerful person looks like. Instead, true power is controlling your own reactions, impulses, and thoughts. It's not about ruling over someone else, it's about ruling over yourself. It's this massive, fundamental shift from forcing the world to comply to forcing your own mind to find stability. Section 3. The 3 internal pillars, a blueprint for harmony. Now, the text doesn't just say control yourself and leave it as some vague, lofty philosophical advice. It actually provides a very specific blueprint. Being the master of your internal world means managing 3 distinct elements in perfect, equal measure: reactions, impulses, and thoughts. You have to think of your mind kind of like an ecosystem. You can't just be incredibly disciplined at managing your thoughts while simultaneously letting your raw impulses run wild. And you definitely can't successfully suppress your physical reactions if you are letting your internal narrative just spiral into dark, anxious negativity. True self-mastery requires harmony. It demands that you cultivate awareness and control over all 3 of these areas at the exact same time, ensuring no single element overpowers the others and throws your whole internal world into chaos. Let's put each of these pillars under a microscope to see how they actually manifest in our minds on a daily basis. First up, reactions. This is your immediate emotional flinch to something that happens to you. It's that hot flash of anger when someone completely cuts you off in traffic, or that sudden, sickening drop in your stomach when you read an ambiguous message from your boss. Second, impulses. This is the sudden, unthinking urge to act. It's the craving to fire back with a harsh word in the middle of a heated argument before you've even considered the long-term consequences. Or the overwhelming compulsion to endlessly scroll through your phone when your body desperately needs rest. Third, thoughts. This is the ongoing, complex narrative. It's the stories you constantly tell yourself about the world and your specific place in it. It's the little voice whispering that you aren't prepared enough, or the daydream that pulls you entirely out of the present moment. The source material identifies these 3 elements because they are the exact battlegrounds where we surrender our power. If you can learn to control the immediate reaction, pause the reckless impulse, and deliberately direct the ongoing thought, you are in absolute command.
Section 4. Disarming the external world, the ultimate payoff.
So if you put in the hard work, if you actually manage to conquer yourself and balance those 3 internal pillars, what is the ultimate payoff? Well, the text promises a state of near invulnerability, completely changing how the universe interacts with you. I want to ask you this directly and really think about it. Does the external world have the power to upset you? Take a rare moment with that. Think about yesterday. Did a delayed train totally ruin your entire morning? Did an unexpected email cause a massive spike of anxiety? Did a totally offhand comment from a total stranger derail your mood for hours? If the answer is yes, then your environment currently dictates your emotional state. You are willingly handing your strength over to external, uncontrollable events. But here is the magnificent conclusion drawn from the text.
When you become the true master of your internal world, the external world completely loses its power to upset you. Now, that doesn't mean bad things stop happening. It doesn't mean the daily frictions of life just vanish, or that those 1,000 battles simply disappear into thin air. It just means they no longer penetrate your armor. Because you are the one who controls your reactions, regulates your impulses, and writes your own thoughts, the chaos of the outside world simply bounces off. You become, functionally, untouchable. So the question I want to leave you with today is this: which battle will you choose to fight tomorrow? The 1,000 endless, exhausting conflicts out there, or the single, triumphant conquest of the world within?